morning. How are we doing? I have a child homesick today. But you're playing Pikmin, you're happy? All right. How we doing? Good morning, Val. How are you? Ethan, thank you. Thank you. Been 3 years? Dang. Happy time zone, Griff. Hi, Clara. Thank you. Elsie, thank you. Thank you, Florine. Good morning, Rialto. Kirsten. Yay. It actually works out well that I'm doing MSQ on Thursdays then. Woo. So Val is, I'm gonna pick on you, Val, if that's okay. Val's over there like, I'm working so hard on streaming and it's just not going the way I want. And it's just like, you're doing amazing. You are doing amazing. I'm gonna pick on you, I'm sorry. Oh. It takes work. Okay, like if I can find some of my old VODs, I will show you how stuff changes and grows, and it's yeah, you're doing great. You don't even post your clips. Not a lot of clips on TikTok, right? It's a marathon for sure, and it has ups and downs too. Okay, what do we want to start with? I need to update the board. We got some information from that side dungeon yesterday. The academia. Oh my gosh. So here's my thoughts. Never mind that I am just chilling in Thabner when we switch over. Because I just have my Chrome stuff on my gaming screen. The best? No. There we go. All right. So this is my very awesome Canva. My Canva chart. Okay, so Thaliak was very clearly, like in the statue, like is the water bearer. So that's Aquarius. And Mitrin is the scholar, right? Thaliak's the scholar. So that's why I'm like adding here. But we'll do a question mark because this has not been confirmed. So anything where I'm fairly confident, I won't put a question mark. But question mark is like my guess. Ubers are very much appreciated. Thank you, Florine. Question mark. Doop. And then we learned that La Habrea was like the utmost authority on phantom creation. And it's also kind of hinting at things that are going on or were going on in the final. Are you okay? You need some water? Just this horrible cough. There's nothing else wrong. Hey. So we got a little more information about what was going on in the final days. So like there was spontaneous creation shaped by fears, according to the lore that we got in there. So it's one of the things that I was wondering about was like immediately, like when we were in Amarat, the vibe was like, okay, like climate destruction, right? And I had thought the same thing, like way back in Heaven's Word, because Kurthus used to be like green and lush, and then it was an etheric disturbance leaning heavily towards ice that caused the climate catastrophe and Kurthus. Pollen's been really, really bad. And it is that time of year. It's just like sickness. So like immediately my thoughts then were like, okay, like climate change. And now I'm looking at it like, okay, well, climate change is also man-made. So like, could this be like an allegory for climate change? And did someone or something induce the final days in the first place? And now we're stuck in this like cycle because of systemic fuckery. I know that. Yeah, it's due to that. I know. But when that was my like initial thought, like when I first saw it, like, is this an allegory for climate change? Systemic fuckery. So we will like, I'm not gonna just like, okay, I'm gonna piece together this story. Like Final Fantasy is never just telling this, or any storytelling is never just telling this like bubble story that is like contained in and nothing outside of it affects it. So like, for example, Bahamut could be like representative. Like I would assume playing, if you only played A Realm Reborn, I would be like, oh, this is an allegory for nuclear weapon being dropped. You know? Answers. More nuclear winter, less climate change. But even, yes. See? So even if I was looking at it like, okay, like in my initial thought was it was like something nature related, but that's kind of like where someone or something started all this shit. Because, you know, even like nuclear holocaust, nuclear winter here, or like climate change in the real world, that's all caused by humans doing some bullshit. You know what I mean? Anywho. So, I think I need to erase and start adding some stuff to the board. But I'm gonna get my predictions out so I have like the right notes that I want to put on there. I'm in. These are my Endwalker predictions. So part of the fun for me is like piecing together, like if this were released, right? And we were all kind of like on the same page, not knowing anything. So like treat me like that. We need a different board, a bigger board. I gotta erase because I've been taking pictures of the board. So like when we go through after I finish Endwalker, we'll look at all the versions of the board and all my predictions throughout it. Because I've been making predictions for the next expansion. This is the first one. So this only covers A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. So this is spoiler free for me. Mr. Moonpie bought it because he is just like a collector nerd. Oh, I can't imagine why our children are like autistic. It must be the Tylenol. It's definitely not that. He and I are both wildly neurospicy. It is like, this is a thick book and like, ooh, it's like nice quality and it has new book smell, but it has like a whole section on like the creation myth of the planet Hydaelyn and the deities, which is what I wanted to read about so that I could piece everything together, because clearly, as I just showed, we have like actual real world constellations. So I did not cheat. I went and because I recognize the constellations because I'm an astrology girly. So I went and I just like double checked. I screenshotted from my stream because I can't access, like those aren't available in cutscenes. I'd have to do New Game Plus. My daily autism. I'm in Endwalker. So I post I post older clips because I don't want people to boil in the comments, because I had a problem with that. Yeah, the reflections don't, do they? It does. I feel like it did mention that, because it goes over Heidelin and Zodiarch. But even that, like, I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in the myth, the information about the 12, because my theory, because Urianger hinted at it in an optional dialogue, and I was like, what? The 12 are actually just kind of like, as legends passed on and people maybe had memories since they were like thundered beings. That's how like the creation myths and their religious system was built. Which also in and of itself is like a commentary about religion. Like especially the part about the major deities being primals that were summoned. Look it, I have pictures in this one. My predictions evolved so much over time. Thundered beings. Thundered, you didn't dodge all the lightning. I'll do it afterward. I don't want to sit there and look at the board. It's awkward. Consumed my bagel, delicious. Oh, wait, hi. So my main theories just kind of involve what's going on, right? Like this is like a cycle of sorts. And like I wrote in big letters, the twins' dad is a dick. Who has time to dodge 200 lightning bolts in a row consecutively? Let's just get into it, shall we? I'm anxious. We can, the next stream, we will like, I feel like reading not the next stream, but the next MSQ stream. We'll spend a little time reading about the deities. I feel like that would be fun. I like yeah, screw that guy. Oh yes, my poor Dragoon. Pookie was getting bothered. Poor Pookie. We love Pookie. Oh, I need to open that back up. What did I do? No. I need my sound alerts so I can pause them if need be. All right. Obligatory YouTube opening. Welcome back to my channel. I am Pisces Moon Pie. Today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. And yeah, let's get into it. Estinian's Unfortunately, that part has been spoiled. I didn't mind that spoiler. It was fine. It was an okay spoiler. Everyone's just excited because they know that I thirst for Estinian. Okay, we look good. That looks centered. All right, let's roll. Hi, Val. Oh, I need to change. Speaking of, I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to. Where did my? Oh no, it's quiet. I wanted to level something to 100 so that I could do the Unreal. So Dark Knight's coming along. We're probably gonna switch over to something so I can dump a little experience into it, because I did an and I accidentally leveled Warrior to 86 and I didn't really mean to. So we have a lot of like experience that I need to like dump elsewhere. Let's be red mage. Right? Oh no. No. That's unfortunate. Much better. Okay. I fully support red maging. I know you do. I know you do. But we'll just wear the outfit. So I'm still in my Endwalker glam. Oh shoot, I need to like Moose went through the effort of making me a redacted Endwalker quest guide so I could plan things without having stuff be blatantly spoiled. And there are so many redactions in it. Oh my gosh. Okay, who's here? Oh, for the days when I enjoyed such fervent adoration. But on this occasion, I am glad to entrust the burden of popularity to Estinian. 'Tis said that this shellfish is ideal for those who have suffered blood loss. Mayhap we should have acquired some from Matsya. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we're grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Pisces is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the Satrapatus alchemists create enchanted talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. It's not spoilers, though. They had everything planned out from the beginning. That's why anyone bitching about Dawntrail needs to chill, because I guarantee you, if they put that much effort into planning things out from the beginning and laying the groundwork and leaving breadcrumbs, the same thing is true of Dawntrail. They wouldn't just like flop on that. Like, that's stuff that was set forth prior to A Realm Reborn launching. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. That reminds me, I need to highlight my predictions part and post it so everyone can watch. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales prove the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Better than having my blood drawn, I guess. Perhaps so. And knowing my colleagues, they won't be satisfied with blood alone. But as for your task, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Oriange will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. My soul. They want me to sell my soul. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. Duel? There's a bait monster that does like a stool pelt attack in Bosnia, and I'm just like, why? Why is there so much poop in this game? If you're ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. First, the poop dungeon. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. I'm gonna see. That's a little unfortunate with my gloves. Because I was wearing fending. That's fine. I think. Wait, what? We're going up? Okay, it said turn right. I wasn't paying attention. Turn right. I'm glad I bought this when it was on sale. Excellent. Let me in. There's a lot of poop in life. Well, shit. Sounds like a shitty situation. Y'all are terrible. This is just like when I said I love D's nuts jokes, and then all of chat was just D's nuts jokes. Drunken Deepa. You see a lantern designed in the local style. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. I rode a motorcycle up the hill. I couldn't be bothered to walk. I know, Rialto with the dad jokes. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night, the Drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. I just had ether sickness, dude. Don't give me more shitty timing. Maybe I want you to run with it, so I just laugh at D's nuts jokes instead of crying to whatever Endwalker is going to throw at me. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow an NPC to a designated location. Should you fall too far behind? Is this what y'all were talking about? The following things that were horrible? For your task, you'll be exposed to D's nuts. Thank you. Thank you. If we wanted to come to Goblin and I couldn't stop myself. Listen, if you play on Goblin, you should just expect that. We should go to Goblin. Could be worse. Can you do like flash follow? Ready in ether, please stand back. Am I not far? Ready to discharge. Test subjects. I didn't see what it said. Will it show me? No. Warning, discharging ether. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Okay. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. I don't think it will. We'll leave it there. That way I can... Oh, ready in ether. Please stand back. Ready to discharge. Subjects gather near. You were struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffered no ill effects. Okay, we'll try it. Subject, stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirm, resuming test. Please follow. Okay. Target it. Target. Oh, it won't work. Well, we tried. I had a feeling when it wasn't on like the menu. It is cute. Yeah, they're trying to get me to like poop myself. Apparently. Just give me some bad Chipotle. You were struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffered no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Someone giggled making this. Well, shit. Subject fortitude rated impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for the final discharge. I got a bad feeling about it. Just over there watching me turn around in case I poop myself. You were struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survived completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humor. My pants survived. I was gonna have to go to the inn room and change. It would have been really awkward. Ah, you've returned and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the deep off your hands. Pants integrity has been maintained. Hooray. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? And the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There's no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. It must be a messy area. That's why the flowers are so plentiful. They've been fertilized. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient we need for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, the Arcasadora travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as an escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. You can count on me. Oh, I'm red mage too. Woo! I have no words for what's happening. Weed. Ooh. They were testing me for ether sickness and seeing if it gave me a tummy ache. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kaj's footsteps. It's situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. It's okay if you use a 2-seater mount. I won't get it dirty, I promise. Did they do that to Estinian? You know, we're all just stinky here, apparently. Him not cleaning his armor. Or a stinkian. Listen, I offered, I offered multiple times to let, I'm having a brain fart. Let him take a bath with me. And he said no. He wouldn't. Which I thought was rude. Oh, I probably need to tell you where to go. That would probably be a good thing. And then I have to remember how to play Red Mage. Yeah, see? All of this would have been completely avoided. Xenos never would have got the eyes. Everything would be fine and we'd just be happy. I may be simply imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. We are! Look out, Pisces! Let's see. We're gonna do... Okay, I think it's... No, this one. You do that one first. Right? And it's the other way around on the other ones, right? Listen, it's been a minute. Right, because you do this one first. I hope. Ta-da! Yeah, I know. Like, I knew it's backwards, so like, the cast. So these have the short cast time and that has the long cast time. And then on this set, this has the short cast time and those have the long ones. So you want to do the instant cast on those ones and the instant cast on that. Right? Right. And then alternate so you can build your gauge. You can go pow, 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 jumpy, jumpy, kaboom. Gods, but that gave me a fright to think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work, like the sisters, I asked you to come with me. You're all right, I hope. I don't know. I've been better. Good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. I miss being able to fly. That is like my top priority. Unlocking ether currents as soon as I can. Red Mage, Best Mage. I do enjoy it. It is fun to play. But when you haven't played something for a while, then it's like, okay, what do I do again? Oh, I came up here and I got an ether current. This looks very familiar. And then it wouldn't let me go beyond, so... Ah, here we are, Kaja's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who followed in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. Maybe I should be dancer. A happy benefit of this place is that spirit wheat grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Run away! Run away! Your Red Mage clam is just so cute. So cute. Also, pink is just lightish red, so it works. Thank you! Red Mage is uncomplicated. Yeah, I don't feel like it's super complicated. I didn't get enough into Black Mage to have too strong of an opinion. Me with Reaper. I got a Dontrell raid as Reaper yesterday and I regretted everything. Xenoglossies. I did watch a guide on it on Black Mage. It seems like it's fun. If you know what you're doing.
Yes, that would be Radzat Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Why do I look so rude? RBF.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me of the satrap?
He is the most important person in Rajasthan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict.
Go
and
figure.
welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
Oh, okay.
And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Rajasthan to thrive all these years.
Poor kid. I think you're gonna need a like steamy shower or something.
Who entrusted us with this duty.
Do that.
We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
I will say it is nice that they don't just have a bunch of British accents anymore.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
You better watch out. I will spit a fish in your face.
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something.
Owen?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Okay. Anyway, I have enough spirit wood to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? When Reaper came out, an entire Alliance raid was nothing but Reaper. All the DPS were Reapers. I need to pick it up. It's on my... I just like... I'm walking. I need to pick it up. It looks real fun. Also, I'll have gear for it because it shares gear with Dragoon, right? Pisces, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. It isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. It was when Reaper came out. Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about the Viper nerf. Thank you. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. 1,000 gil? That wouldn't even buy a hair tie for a Stinian. Welcome. You're in the... Yeah, it's always exciting. Watching other people play 14 is like, is scary. The voice actor for Alphino screams, though. Colin Ryan. I did White Mage for my roulette once and kept running into the same Lalafell gang over and over. Each one was named after a potato dish. Awesome. We got new friends in the chat. Hello. Okay, we're going on an errand. Where's Pookie? If you'll excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. You are both back. Excellent. New friends! I have a message for you, Mistress Nadana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. Not the Giant Skull! What? But when last I looked, there were still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure and Astinian sharing his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. Much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Pisces, loath though I am to press another task upon you so soon, might I ask you fetch the Giant Skull? He's being drained of blood in the back. I like how you had to clarify because... In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines. Alchemy, not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away. Though it shouldn't take much of your time. Might we impose on you once more? Fetch quest. We're doing fetch quest. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zenuya. Oh, I hope I don't butcher everyone's names too badly. I'm sorry. He will furnish you with the ore. I shouldn't feel bad. People like mispronounce fetus intentionally and don't care. So like if I accidentally mispronounce something, apologies. They're the fetchiest quest you've ever seen. Fetus. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens that I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. That cough sounds so bad, but like genuinely there's nothing else wrong. Maybe borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nadana. By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I'll bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you're ready. So pretty here. Okay, where am I meeting you? Oh, a blue quest unlocked. Exciting. I smell ether currents. Ah, reports. Work. Thank you for the alert. Here are Hamsa Pisces. If the creatures look familiar, it's because they're close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Times have been long kept as livestock in Tavner, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of such hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Okay, let's go. Are you ready? Then let us depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. Okay. This game is so unserious sometimes, and I love it so much. Okay, the wielded by the Minutia against the Murga before it was cast down. I should probably be rereading, but I'm just distracted because what? Is it because I'm so big, it just makes it even worse? To the left, requiring no introduction, is the tower. It straddles a small isle. The first chocobo ride in 10. Ooh, chicken knife. I do want that one. I love the Moogle weapon, but the chicken knife has been calling my name. I should have got it when like stuff was on sale for like all the upgrades. Looking gangsta right in the soda. We're riding in style. They see me rolling. One of my favorite songs is Weird Al's version of that, White and Nerdy. Do you need a hug? Yeah, okay. Hang on. Do you have your water bottle? It might be a good idea to have it right next to you. I don't mind if you're playing the Switch, but... Mom bugs. Mom hugs do in fact have healing properties. It is true. Words are difficult, y'all. I know. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. We're like parallel play gaming. Words are always hard. Did I call myself Fug? Like Fugly? I don't know what was going on. Kids are very resilient. Well, who should it be but young Varshan on an errand for the satrap? Ooh, tea with honey or like the hot apple cider. We have like the K-cup things. Dang, brainy. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do that. We should have an ad break coming shortly. And they just like wandered off. It's that one NPC. I am. His excellently bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. I'm gonna get that going, actually. I will be right back. I'm gonna hang on to that thought. Hang on a second. was wondering what you... Now we get an ad break warning. Are you kidding me? It was unfortunate with the lighting on his face. They fixed it in the update. He looks kind of angry. Soup and meds? Wonderful. We simply do our duty, but we're honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor, too, often traveled alone. Been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? Aww. Aww. He looked like the actual stereotypical Angie male aura. Arshan is precious. I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Pisces Moonpie of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too? Yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We'd be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Wait, see how long until I adopt? Like, this is just another one of my children. You're so little, too. Like, look at it. Oh, baby. All appears quiet with the tower at the moment. I dare say the soldiers won't mind if you approach them. Just a little guy. He looks like, what, like 10? If that? Precious. Okay, we do have the ad break. I'm gonna check on child and I'm gonna stretch and bio break and stuff. So I encourage you to do the same. Grab snacks, grab a blanket. I don't know, get cozy. Do your thing. Self-care is important. No shrimping, no slouching, watching. Gotta stretch out. Ah. That's so menacing. Ugh. I know it's supposed to be menacing, but it just looks, ugh. Hello? I'm about to go on ad break, but we'll be back. That way nobody misses anything and everything is great. Did you need anything at all? Say the word. I like watching the little, like, the ones you can't interact with, but they have little text bubbles. You lied to me, Twitch. You lied to me. You said the ad break was now. You lied. Well, what the heck? What happened? I've been betrayed. There we go. What the hell? Yeah, Cameron was like, not today. Not today. Invisible streamer. Oh, I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you could tell us about the Telophoroi? We know that they're ones behind the tower and they've declared war on the whole world, but why are they doing this? What does they want? This we don't understand. Oh, they're nuts, that's all. They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. Is this really going to be one of those days? We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Hydrate! Water, everyone, please. Though we succeeded in striking them down on 2 occasions, they came in force. We pay a heavy price. What are the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation's struggle, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. We're cooked. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folks have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Naranar. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but we go too far into the water, you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Staying away from it. Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. I meant to look the Tower of Zot up, and I didn't. Fail. Oh. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radisson ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand. As mine will keep me here a while longer, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Oh. Oh, another little baby who has to be like too grown up. Though the Hamsa appears to want to return home, it reluctantly offers you its back. Did you become separated from your steed? Oh, oh, honey. Hang on. Why did you stop? Which got boring. All right. Is this an unlockable mount? Or is it like only a temporary thing? Like, I'm guessing through society quest or something. Is that the right way? I'm supposed to be on it, right? It's a recolor of another mount. Okay, this was the hatchery, right? That they were talking about. Okay, I need to find the... Oh, it's a heaven on high drop. Ugh. I don't mind heaven on high. Oh. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamza dashes off. Bad. It pops up in Moogle Tome events. Oh yeah. Like I got, like this hair was on there and then other things. So that's always nice. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's just like, I know the drop rates aren't great. This is indeed the Giant Skull grounds. I am Zenuia. Is there something you require? Are you on it? Giant Skull for the alchemists, you say, but of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Why do male aura always look so grumpy? Probably the same reason my character always looks so grumpy. Who will make those drop rates go through the roof? Stonks! Lizard man. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. Aww. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Hey. Oh, how do I get that? Something over there. Probably. Gimme yummy ether currents. Delicious. Thank you for the resub. What the heck are going on with my notifications though? Okay, we'll fix that. We will get that fixed. Probably the same thing that was happening with yeah, go this way. With the sound alerts last week, because I don't think I ever updated the actual like notification alerts. Jump puzzles? Do I spy jump puzzles? Is that what this is? That's what it looks like. And walk up this? How dare. All right, so back here. Okay, I got your stuff. Oh, welcome back, Pisces. Dear, I hope you have the Giant Skull. I am a pro at Fetch Quest. I got this. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it's ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Things are so somber.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Hey, Pookie.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
Are you okay? Do you need some, like, orange juice? Did they take your blood?
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Parallels.
Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration.
They're like the people who want to bring about the rapture. Ooh. Hi, Nugget. That's a good idea. Energy drinks.
The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Okay. Did you have to say that word, though? You're gonna get me in trouble.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Are you okay? He's not. Spoiler alert.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that. What is it? What did you see?
A douchebag.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last!
Yay!
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, Your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field.
Very demure.
It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
I don't like where this is going.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
For those who come after.
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, geez. Okay. Nothing unusual so far. Don't worry about us. Think only of your own task. Okay, where'd Pookie go? Of course, brooding in a corner. What if that boy, Barshan, was it? Running this and that errand for the satrap, you say? Why do I ask? There's nothing. Curiosity. Sweetie, we know why you ask. And we love you for it. Anywho. Shall we fly? I love the capybara. Oh! Thank you. Also, can we get some love in chat for the mods? Because they do so much. They do so... Are you kidding me? I might have to set up my other... Flooring was my Uber a lot too. The mods do so much in the Discord and stream to help me. This looks like it just like totally died. Oh my god. Is it dead? Did my camera die? Oh man. I have a backup, but you know, it'll take a second. Oh, of course you're not gonna work. I see how it is. I see how it is. Hang on. You went away for 20 minutes and the cameras just died. Everything is dead. Seriously, nothing at all? Hang on a second. Hey! Let me get myself centered. At least we'll have a camera. Like, it's not the best, but it's working. Now there's not an echo. So the mic on the webcam was picking up audio. Now it is not. Is the echo dead? Better? Okay, we're good. We are functioning. I hope my camera is not like RIP gone forever because that's sad. I defeated the echo. The echo is gone. I beat the game. Thank you, Florine. Okay, what was I saying? So the mods, our beloved mods, do a lot to help me, not just on stream, but off, and protecting my Sprout experience so that I can remain as free from spoilers as possible. And they are making the stream a fun place for you. I hope he can fix it. Primal Lamia. And they do a lot in the Discord server, and Luna's over there like planning events for the FC. Like, our mods are wonderful. So Florine, Kirsten, Moose, Val, Luna, drop some love in the chat. Yay! I keep looking up at like where my viewfinder screen is for my camera, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, ah! Sad. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. You're migrating? Or like just popping over to say hello? Mod team for the win! All that remains is to board and be on... Okay. Protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. I don't like it. I don't like it. Thank you.
The threshold of the tower's influence.
Thank you for the biddies. Data server visit. I love that feature. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Is it gonna work?
Any moment now. It's working. And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
No. I know this is the only way to see if it works, but I'm so scared. Especially with that music, it's not a good sign.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
What if it's like one of those sage skills where, you know, like the shields are popping? So
A few
scared.
more steps.
I am so stressed out. I love her. I don't want anything to happen.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
No! Ew, what the hell? I'm sorry I said Bozzy was ugly. This is officially the ugliest thing in the game. No! Feels like they're being plugged into the Matrix.
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
What do you want about? Freak.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
Imbued with the memories of the former one?
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Maybe.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service.
I'm looking for my pen and paper.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met. Day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Is this Oz's law?
That
Definitely,
fool was
definitely
beside
all,
himself in
yeah.
panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had
I did
planned,
read about this.
he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon.
Amon's scheme. I was reading about this. Ooh! Ooh!
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death.
He kind of sounds like Mark Hamill.
In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth, majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
was certainly lighthearted and positive.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Great. Great. Once again, Xenos' luscious booty will grace our screens. I'm gonna see if I can fix the lighting on the kid. It's so bad. It's so dark. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh my gosh. You saw nothing. It's still bad. Like, it's not great, but you can see me. It's functioning. It's not a black hole. Moogle hat. I love this hat. Have I showed off the wings lately? You found me? Hi! Hello, everyone! Yay! Flower shower, where are you? I need to put it up high so I can access it easier. Exactly, that's the only playmate I want. Daniel has one of the most punchable faces in this game for sure. Him and Fortuno. Ah, you are returned, but where is Mistress Nadana? Yeah, I Manusya Preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman, I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Hooray, return to the great work and give everyone some very bad news. Bye. A mini warrior. Yay! I love Lala. I have enjoyed when I fantasia'd into a Lala for fun. And I want a like full-time Lala alt. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Do I ever have good news for you, Thancred? It was Fandaniel after all. It was Fandaniel all along. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. Yeah, I saw he's just a punchable person. Thank you, Fisherman. How are you? We must tread warily lest we endanger Nadana and the other captives. Who's texting me? Hang on. Sorry. Okay, we're informing everyone of the situation. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. I know, poor Thancred. Can't we just, like, have a chat where I'm not telling everybody that everything is a disaster? Oh, Nadana. Can you answer me this? Though Nadana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Seems to be. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nadana proved at peril to herself. So let's make more scales, and she and all those who were taken might be saved. A legacy chocobo? As alchemists, this is how we help win the fight. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nadana noted that your vital contributions in the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet with you. Oh, maybe we should. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Razathan for an audience with His Excellency? I had to, like, dress up to, like, meet royalty? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates of the east of the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Okay. Aww. So you played 1.0? You may have said that before. I think it's really exciting when anyone tells me they did. I want to play, like, I desperately want a single player experience of kind of like the 1.0 story and like just being able to walk around in a pre-calamity Eorzea, you know? What am I doing? Are we gonna ride motorcycles? We can do that. We'll turn the music on for it, though. I love this mount sound because I love, like, this is one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy VII. I think this part's so fun, but the song is so long, so I don't get to enjoy it. It doesn't get to the good parts until like way the heck later. So it's a long drive, so we get to enjoy it. It would have been perfect for the mobile game. I agree. Did I go the wrong way? I bet I did. This is up there. And they don't like to let me jump off cliffs anymore, which is rude. Let me live my life. Okay, we are going... Where? Around... all the way north. I just got stuck. They said go east and I just didn't. No, because I'll be stuck on the wrong side of the thing. Probably this way and then go around. They're really making us work. It's so rude. Why do they do that? Like, none of that. None of that for you. The great work. I don't know. This is some bad work, in my opinion. There's nothing great about this work. Okay, we were there before. Pretty. Making sure we're good. When last I visited, the city was brimming with life. I expect the tower has dampened the mood somewhat. Be it here or in Eorzea, all share in the desire to deliver the captives. Thus united, I pray that we may join in common cause with the satrap. Oh, thank you for your contribution, fisherman. Thank you. What the heck? Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to put a camera in there. Shit. Thank you. Can we get some love for fishermen? Thank you. Thank you. How are we doing, everyone? The Batmobiles. Yes. Okay, so those are from like the Final Fantasy 15 crossover. And it happened like for the second time right before I started playing. So I missed out. So this is like a mount that I am like desperate to get. The Regalia. I am so desperate for this mount. Like, y'all have no idea. So when they bring that back, I'm gonna be all over that. I would pay money for it, but alas. I am having a brain fart. Okay, caffeine, then back to it. The car is a once per expansion chance to get it. It usually occurs towards the end of an expansion. Hopefully. It's 200,000. Oh yeah, I got that. I definitely got that. We're good, I think. I haven't spent any in a while. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Some NGP grinding. It's a once in a blue moon type of thing. I know that much. I need to resave. Lorraine has like a gold saucer mount that she had saved up. I remember you grinding for that. That was fun times. Is that a tank? Something about your cute little cat girl in a tank. The only thing that would be funnier is a Lala, of course. Real Black Mage energy, absolutely. Yes, this one. That one. that one. Oh, thank you. Thank you for hiding the mounts. The mods are very protective of me. I don't know if I mentioned this, but like I end up piecing together a little too much. So I also have to be careful about like TikTok. So there are certain creators who like I enjoy them and I think they're really cool, but I have to like scroll the hell away from them if they post anything at all because it is just too spoilery. What's the reward for the Dwarf Society quest? Ooh. Ooh. And of course the kitty cat. That's like one of the best mounts ever. That was a win for sure. Okay. Let us get back to it. Shall we? Thank you again, fisherman. Okay, here we go. All present, let us proceed. Yeah, it's a cash shot mount. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Again, we're crossing borders. It does have cute animations though. So.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han.
What the heck is a cactus? What the F is a kilometer?
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
I'm paying attention, getting hints. I know it. We're getting...
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
Ooh.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'll go take a tour by myself. Forget you guys.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
Unless it won't let me attune, then I'm going to be very upset. Okay, we do have the ad break starting. Just, no. Am I gonna have to be like right in the middle of a cutscene? We've done that before. I just want to advance the dialogue and we'll just kind of hang out. So,
Your Excellency, may I present our
oh, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me. Ah!
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
Power supply to it because it has like one of the, like you plug a battery in it, but it's like a power outlet. You know what I'm talking about? Because this is a DSLR. Okay. Anyway. Anywho. Oh, we're still in a mode-only chat. Okay. Ah! So, hello. Hello, His Excellency.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Radzat-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Nadana was taken.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nadana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Spooky? What are you doing?
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelgr and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat-Han had an alliance with the dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Arkasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat-Han.
Okay.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. and one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
What the f-
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm-blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
Okay, okay.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Razathan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a sure path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
I have no word.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Definitely a game
I worry,
changer.
however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Razathan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
He wasn't saying no, he just left like, well, duh. Bye. Spooky, I love you. If our course of action is decided, then let's not tarry. That we should encounter one of the first brood is in such a circumstance. Game of Thrones. Reacher, hear me out. I've been on the dragon lover train since before Heaven's Word. Laying with the dragons. Man, if only my FC liked doing Sorry, Griff. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to Aetheryte here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent dust. Somebody here. Can I go in? Oh, okay. They don't. It's gonna be like Yulmore, where they won't let me come back. Well, I did attune here, so we should be good to go. Twitch? It still shows it's in emote mode. I didn't listen to the misheard lyric. I should rewatch the trailer, to be honest. Okay, we're going to Charlian. Reminder, we're illegal immigrants in Charlian. We have forged papers. You cannot tell me that's not a statement. Like, come on. Okay, we can do this. Are we on? There. Just app things. The Twitch app is so broken. It makes me sad. Hello. Yes. Okay, now we need to pick up the other one. The other fork. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavner, we're back in chilly Charlian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, and when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. The conflict between Nidhogg and I is in the past, and though they were brothers, it has no bearing on my view of Ritra. Above all else, he is a leader of men, not an enemy. He would hardly dedicate his life to this endeavor if he bore our kind any ill will. I love you. I'm gonna dote on you. I have the ability. I've been deprived for so long. They really made me just go through so much with no Estinian, and now he's here. Yay. Will Pisces still adopt? I don't know. I don't know. Pork found in Charlian. Is that like a situation, like, don't answer, but is it a situation that's like, I'm wondering if, because like the Minphilias, so is that like a person, like an actual entity that was born? Although Ritra said that the body was fashioned. I don't know, like creation magics? I have questions. I don't know if I can adopt Varshan, but I don't know. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, the questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge, which is why I begin scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Okay. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside the the phenomenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Bold of you to assume I know my cardinal direction. I get lost so easily. Happy autism. Celebrate with a pumpkin spice latte and some Tylenol. I'm gonna joke about that, but that's just so I don't cry because it's genuinely upsetting. Phenomenon. Chaperone's vampire outfit? No, I haven't. I saw a video of her on stage where she was like, she stopped singing because someone in the audience flashed her and she turned bright red. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Numenon, Darlene's grandest collection of books and tomes. So if Varsham was created by alchemists and engineers for the purpose of housing his eye and being his puppet. So I am obsessed with Murderbot, and something that it explores is like people think of Murderbot as being like a bot that was created, but it has its own sentience. So I'm like, this is also like, wombo combo of autism. I love Murderbot so much. It's Kirsten's fault I'm obsessed. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of the Numenon stand deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. I'll try to be serious, but I don't think I can. The vast halls of the Great Google Library pale in comparisons to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlene is free to enter. Whoops. Any citizen of Charlene is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I dispatched Ishtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Alphina will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlene history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let's be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tomes. Happy reading! I hate the Charlians. Have I talked about how I hate the Charlians? I love iced coffee, but it is hot coffee season. Oh. I just chug energy drinks. Stewards of Wisdom. Do we read the book? Is it actually going to make me read? During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Yunkrep, founder of Charlene, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern Empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war, pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. These sound like Vulcans. The Charlians took to heart the words of their savior and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlene would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, would they eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. You can't? Aw, they're know-it-alls and they're not humble about it, and they're xenophobes, okay? What? It's just funny to see one of the, I forget what they're called, but the is it the goldsmith who has one? The title on the spine. Okay, Summers. Xenophobes. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I, too, once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra: I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40, whatever age you are when you discover this manual. Let that be the age you aspire to remain. Though mindful, healthy living will extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research, another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, etherological, and arcane viewpoint. This book is on the wrong subject. What the hell? An introduction to the heavens? Have you ever gazed up at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination, and there are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern the starry abyss. It was they who launched Jalamud and thought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? Oh, moon pun! What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, that their positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? But I want to read them all because, like, I want to read the unhinged shit that the Charlians wrote down. That's what I think. It's a joke about why they haven't aged, why none of us are aged. The twins are, no, they're forever 16. They're mentally 17. Their bodies didn't age, but their souls did? How weird. In the years which followed the founding of Charlian, a civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlian would transition into a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum we know, as we know it today, conceived and created. Who are you? I'm rather in the middle of something, so if you wouldn't mind leave me to my research, thank you. Rude. I might need help. Don't I look dumb? I need help reading. Roads of old, the colony. Thank you! 3 years, heck yeah! Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliac and the Gervanian hinterlands, a Charlian colony once thrived. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Hey, I know where that is. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves in a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. The following chapters go on to introduce the most prominent features of Idleshire. This book... Hell yeah, level 25! This book does not appear to contain additional information on the Forum or cover the history of Sharlayan motherland in greater detail. Fine! That was funny. Look how great we've done with our FC. Long, long ago, on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Ruganan man by the name of Yenkrep. Yenkrep was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for the imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Yenkrep's crew hauled them aboard his ark. But the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, he wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abelathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them. But it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Yenkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time became the city of Sharlayan we live in to this day. You've gained a fundamental understanding of Sharlayan history and the foundation of the Forum. Head outside to rendezvous with the others. Okay. Bye. I'm glad I read the other books, though. Lore. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Kryl should be along shortly. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mention the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. Been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Sharlayan, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Ah, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Sharlayan, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilsbard, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavner. The Allagans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Makote to serve as laborers. I read about this too. How the Makote were enslaved, basically. So the fact that he has Allagan blood and is Makote, you seeing the connection? Cause yikes. Sadness. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the fourth umbral calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign. And when the fifth calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the last 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Amonis. Probably Amonis. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allagan eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with the Allagan eye, I was given over to the custody of the friends in the students of Valdesian, who had me registered as a Sharlayan citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louisoix, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, the outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such a love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the foreign stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse me, while we try to make some headway into these books, Pisces, more company should be arriving any moment now. That was sad. Depressing. Oh boy! Can't wait to cry some more. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mr. Skryl has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I might be overlooking critical details. Everything was on fire and there were monsters everywhere. My thanks. Now where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as final days drew nigh? The desire to say the dumbest answer is so strong. So strong. The worst kind of phenomena you can imagine. I have free will. I'll do what I want. Well, that certainly is an accurate, if somewhat ambiguous, impression. To expand upon that explanation, the unfolding catastrophe brought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the street. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Bishola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. Very peaceful music indeed. Oh, the other music was very peaceful though. This is a little ominous. They're just looking at us like, was there anything else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? But you can answer this one. Okay, the entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. There were things going on across the sea. So we did get confirmation of that in that dungeon. Because they were bringing monster, entities over to study. They say it began with the keening sound from the land itself. These are so funny. Okay. I like it when they give me a stupid answer. Ambiance. I think you may be misremembering. As I recall, it was more of a gradual spread. The Amaratines spoke of a keening sound that rose from the land itself just before a region was visited by catastrophe. I'm thinking of the whole rapture talk thing going on, and the people saying go outside and play trumpets. Alfie's patient. Mama's dumb. Sorry, Mama's a herbo. We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive and probably quite loud. I had to speak with one of Numenon's mammoths and ask after mammoths, that's what they are, after any books which make mention of such a sound. Probably. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? Okay, I know the answer, but I don't care. They knocked Dalaman from the sky. Surely you can't be serious. That was the seventh Umbral calamity, hardly an event of the distant past. Even if Dalaman had existed at the time, bringing down a moon of any kind would surely only make things worse. I have free will and I shall use it. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. The ancients summoned Zodiark in response to the final days. Many sacrificed themselves to bring him into being, with Elidibus serving as his heart. Is this in case you forgot? They're hammering all of this into you. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. I'm distracting him so he forgets his dad is a douche. Exactly. Life sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. I don't think that would have worked. Or might have, had Vana and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Yeah, so meta-wise, absolutely, it's your reminder, but I'm gonna abuse it because, because me being me. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of it. Also, at the end, you could have forgot a lot of stuff in the meantime, or if you're a cutscene skipper, you know what I mean? With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Teloporoi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. It's forcing people to summon primals. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by the unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for you, Shola, but 'tis time we began studying these research papers. Poor Alphina. Just put him through stress. It's okay, though. Getting him annoyed at me for being dumb. You're right, Luna. It's much better than him focusing on his POS dad. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced 1 or 2 possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Riange learned of the source's reflections from the Garen oracles. For its potential to cause a panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Google Library. It is even less likely that the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely they're ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortuna with knowledge of the Terlafroi and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. It's the Asians, isn't it? They've been compromised or something. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. I don't want to read anymore. It's the Asians all along. That sure was a rug pull. You labor for what feels like an age as Yishtola's research assistant. Rude. Oh dear, you look exhausted, but what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mama at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Ready for a tea break? Ready for a tea break, Pisces? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables, and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Tea break! The short-lived tea break. What are you doing? Oh, that's a quest I will do some other time. Oh no, I gotta go around the long way. Ugh. It's understandable. The music here is quite nice. I'll go to this one. The vibes are good. I like it here. I mean, the ambiance, the music, not really the vibe from the Charlians. That's not good. It's very stinky. As busy as ever, I see. A very Charlian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? Very good music. I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Terlafroi. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Wait, what? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telophoroi. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear, and... Wait, you're that House Levier girl, aren't you? And this woman with you is obviously a foreigner. Huh. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims. And here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've nothing to say to the likes of you. Oh. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Pisces. Man, the people here suck. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telophoroi and their unconscionable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Levier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached Master Fortuno that I was helping you... I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Oh, sir! Why would they do this to you? Welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alice? Is you there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion in between lessons at the Studium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphino had set sail for Eorzea, and then you never came back. Lately, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything all right at home? Ask him about his cider. It's complicated. And I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levier. No matter how discreet Master Fortuno may have been, news of your family's doing never stays secret for too long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? We have questions, and only Charlene has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard of anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? It is indeed an unfortunate name. What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find, information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlene, aren't you? Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server, with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? This implies that there's a drag queen on TikTok, and her name is Tara Dickoff. So, that's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Mokote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. We're screwed? You expect me to remember this? I don't remember anything. Come on. I'm doomed. Doomed. Okay, let's see. Was it only gonna let me do this one first? The tea set. Oh, my tea set, lovely, thank you. Hey, you hear about the end of the world? The Telophoroi who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices of the 6th Astral Era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Okay, this was the omelet. Ah, finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's begin. No time to waste. What? The Telophori? Oh, yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Let's stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Urbane banter with a smile. Why can't I serve something else? At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. The final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. Eh? You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Charlian. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is the most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telophori make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities would be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. They know. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon has nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Well, let's enjoy a drink somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongue. Okay, we will finish this one up and then wrap things up. Diminutive gleaner. Oh, I went the wrong way. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind, out of sight.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alphino, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Nah. You can't beat yourself up over this. He just sucked. They're bringing that stuff in because they know.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island.
Oh?
Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
You know who else did that? The ancients.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Great. Surely there's nothing bad going on there. Very normal. Very normal indeed. All right. I'm gonna call this good. Excuse that, please. Thank you. So we will be back with ENDWALKER MSQ next week. So MSQ day is going to be Thursday. Tomorrow there is stream, so we shall be. Let's go to the meeting. Whee! And do our stuff. Hi, Florine. Ah! Oh, heck yes. The Shadowbringers versions of the Final Fantasy VIII music has been wonderful. Beautiful. All right, so tomorrow we are starting Final Fantasy I. I played it once on an emulator. Hi! Oh, cute! So I'm really excited, like a lot of the Pixel ones, because I got the Pixel remaster set. A lot of those were not originally released in the United States. You're so welcome. I'm excited. I'm excited to find like references and things and then kind of like dive into the older stories. So we will eventually, hopefully, get through everything. Some of them are a little longer and might require a little bit of like off-screen grinding. So, especially like the older ones, like I didn't play too much. Like I played 4 and 6. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not in the Discord, you should totally come hang out. We have a whole channel for Final Fantasy XIV stuff and then other games chat and whatnot. I think the 14 section is wonderful. There's also a spoiler channel in there for when I think it kind of gets used as like the spoiler-free reactions so that if anyone wants to share stuff about what I'm talking about without accidentally spoiling for me, then that's fine because it's muted for me. For long, I'm catching up to y'all. And then past streams. You're not on your PC? Oh, because you're here with us still. You're here in spirit. Thank you for helping me in Ubering. All like the older VODs and stuff are on there. I I have to organize them. I got the Endwalker stuff set up, so we should be good. We are doing great. We are moving along nicely. So we're getting close to like the end of this work, hopefully, and wrapping it up, and then that should be next Thursday, right? Fighting. I know there's just so much that's going to be revealed every time, and I'm just going to be taking notes and doing conspiracy board over and over. Tapping the board. All right. I'm going to call that good because sick kiddo. But have a great weekend. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. I don't know why it's warming up. It's supposed to be hoa-hoa weather. I want to be hoa-hoaing in peace. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.